the salon. Got my hair redone. Much needed. It's been a few months, so know how that goes. Yep. So how have you all been doing? Mhm. Yeah, I've been going through a lot of stuff. Started within did my second round of therapy, my second session. What was it, yesterday? So I did good with that one there. So, yeah. How are you all doing tonight? Just headed to the house. Mm, Saturday traffic in the city. I don't know how everybody's doing. So if anybody's going about that, what is that, Minneapolis situation? Crazy stuff. Yeah, life be life, and I tell you, it sure do. Just never know, never know, never know. Taking my behind home. People cannot drive out here. You know how that goes. Yep. So what's been going on with you all? We're 17 days into the year. You know, January's flying by. January's usually the longest month for everybody, but for me, I've just been working and taking care of, business and whatnot. Just working and doing me. Yep. Just trying to just take it day by day. Life is a series of trials and errors. So, yep, we gotta look forward to, either taking or leaving it. After the heartbreak I've suffered from almost 2 years ago, that stuff right there still gets me, but, I survived it. So I survived, and, that's all that matters. Let him live his life, do what he gotta do, and that's it. That's what I'm doing. So I don't let people get to me anymore. Because what's the point of wasting all that time and energy when I can be putting it into myself and into other things? No, it's not use in wasting all my time and energy on someone that playing with my feelings and doing all the extra stuff. Because if it would have been anybody else, I tell you, they would have lashed out and crashed out like everyone's doing out here in the real world. That's not what kind of a person I am. I don't crash out and I don't lash out at other people. I just let them have who they want to have. Because, at the end of the day, you have to love yourself. And you're looking for validation in others and you're not going to find it. So, what's the point in even doing that? You know, gotta live for you. And if love comes, it comes. If it doesn't, just keep it pushing and just focus on loving yourself. Because I was heartbroken over that situation. It stung pretty good. It stung bad. I tell you, it cut deep. It cut real deep. But you know what? Nothing had to get to me. I just didn't. I'm a writer. I gotta focus on what I need to focus on in that department. And I'm just gonna, you know what I plan on doing? I plan on making a story out of it. That's what I plan on doing. That's the safest option, making a story out of my pain. Yep. Hello, everybody. I'm just, I'm just headed home after the salon. So I just left the salon after getting my hair done. So yeah, I gotta love myself. I gotta focus on me this year. Yeah. So how are you all doing tonight? Saturday night. How are you all doing? Yeah, a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. They truly don't, because you got a lot of people out here. They want validation. They want love from others, but they're dealing with this inner pain that they're not, that they're having healed from, and they want to get into all these new relationships and all of that, and they're not properly healed themselves. And that's what has always got me. You even want to get into a new relationship when you're not fully healed from the last one or from the heartbreak, that just happened to you. Why would you want to do that to yourself? Why? I just don't get it. That's why a lot of people out here in relationships, they should just stay single and work on themselves, because you want to get into all these new relationships, bringing people into your world, but you're not fully healed yourself. I just don't get that. I truly don't. That's the reason why you have all these high crime rates out here. This crime is crazy out here. Especially stuff is going on in Minneapolis right now. Oh, chaotic world with the protesting and all of that stuff. I just don't get it. I just don't. It's a sad, sad world we living in today. Now I was talking to somebody about that Drewski skit, about him exposing the mega with the mega church pastors. That was spot on right there. That was truly spot on. Because these pastors out here, they be scamming people for their money, and just, I mean, you got to scope out the church that you go to. That's why a lot of people don't want to go to church anymore. Because, I mean, these pastors and stuff like that, they be in the pulpit preaching, and they don't practice what they preach. They're not practicing it. They're not going by what the Bible says, or what the Quran, or whatever they believe in. They're not living that lifestyle. They're not living that lifestyle. So that's why a lot of people shouldn't even be up there preaching to others when they're not following the laws that are set in place. They're not following that. So if you plan on joining any kind of church or any kind of organization, make sure you scope out that organization first and foremost, or their church. Scope out the members, scope out the people, that are there. Talk with long-term members, people who have been there for years. Talk with them, see what they think about it. Because you're investing your time and your energy into that place. You know, going there for worship, going there for events. You just have to scope out your environment. It's the same thing with a relationship. You plan on getting into a relationship with someone, make sure you truly know them. Yep. I don't care if you have to scope deep, like look into their family history. Look into that. Look into how they live, how they carry themselves. Their upbringing. See if you want to invest your time and your energy into that person, because that's very important. That's why I scoped that one guy out that I was interested in almost 2 years ago, and oh my gosh, I found out some stuff behind the scenes. Oh goodness, I found out some stuff. Yeah, he was playing like he was single, leading me on and whatnot. And the whole entire time, this man was taken. The whole entire time, I could have gotten myself in a world of mess if I didn't do that. That's why scoping is very important. You got to vet these people out. You got to vet them out. hmm Got people out here running around rampant with diseases, HIV, AIDS, and all these STIs, and You mean you don't know who you're laying down with at night? You just don't. A lot of people out here taking risks. They taking risks every single day in this world. They're taking every, they taking every risk in the book. I said, I'm not that kind of person. 36, almost 37. I've never even been with anybody before in my life because of that. So that's all I have to say about that for real. The risky world we're living in. That's why I look at the world also with the news. That's why I look at all that because of, all of what's going on in this world. A lot of people don't realize that all these pregnant women out here, people want to have families, and they don't look at the world that they're in. You got to look at the atmosphere that you bring in your children in. Look around you. Is this a world that you want to bring your children in? If you're planning a family, you got to think about that. This a world that you want to bring your children into? Not me. No, not me. Not me at all. Will not want to bring my children in a world like this. Chaotic, evil. It's just, nope, I ain't doing that to them. But you all have a great night. I just wanted to come on here, do a little live. I haven't done a live in a while. Just to, give my 2 cents on the world. Yeah, it's a messed up place. It truly is. But we got to go out there and we got to do the best we can here in life because it's a lot of hell out here for real. Yeah. But I want to thank you all for coming on the live tonight, just showing your appreciation, showing love. And y'all can support me if you would like, comment, share any ideas you want me to talk about, and I'll be happy to, touch on those subjects. The real raw ones I'm open to as well too. So just, hit me with any kind of topics you want me to talk about, and I will be here to talk about it. Now return the favor. If you follow me as well, I'll return the favor to you and subscribe to your channel. We gotta support each other out here. Gotta support each other. That's why we need more love in the world as it is too. We need more love too. Spread the love. Spread the true word. Just spread what we need to spread. We need to start spreading all this hate and division. We need to start spreading all this hate and division. But I want to thank you all for coming on the live tonight. I know I'm driving a little dark, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and give my 2 cents on some stuff. I'm becoming more confident in my voice, as you all can see. So I'm becoming more confident. You check my other videos, my other content. Yeah, I used to be very, very shy. Didn't want to talk to anybody. I just kept to myself. But you know what? What's the point in keeping to yourself when you can spread your gift out there and it can help others? Like with my writing. I gotta spread the news about that too because it's a very emotional story that I'm working on right now, and I gotta spread true love about that too because true words. I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't sugarcoat for real. No sugarcoating over here. But you all have a good night. Enjoy your Saturday. I go back to work tomorrow morning. But I'm gonna go home and write for a little bit. Just relax and get ready for tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. Take care. And talk to you all soon. Bye.